Hi everyone, I'm Jasmine Lee with Coldwell Banker.
And I'm Selena Young.
And we are here with the second quarter market update video for 2022. We're going to talk about Santa Clara
and San Mateo counties.
All right, cool, let's get into it. So first off, we always start with the number of sales because we want to know how many homes sold in the quarter that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So in Santa Clara County, we had just under 3,000 homes sell this first quarter, which was actually down almost 25% for this same quarter last year. And that's for single family homes. What about you, Selena? How's it going in San Mateo County?
In San Mateo County, for single family homes, we've had 1,268 homes that sold in Q2 of 2022. And in Q2 of 2021, we had 1,599. So that's a 20.70% drop.
Okay,
in
so
number of sales.
Number of sales is down 20 to 25%.
Yep.
Number of new listings, so listings that came onto the market in this second quarter. Last year, in 2021, we had almost 4,200 single family homes come onto the market in Santa Clara County. This year, we only had 3,761. So the number of new listings in Santa Clara County for single family homes is down by about 10.3%.
Okay, so that's a little bit more than in San Mateo County.
Okay.
In San Mateo County, we experienced a 6.88% drop in new listings from the same time last year.
Okay, so not a huge drop. Not as much as
big,
in
yeah,
Santa
not as
Clara.
big as Santa Clara.
Okay, what about average days on market? So the time that it takes
Everyone's
for a home
favorite.
to sell, right? So
especially right now in today's market.
yeah, because it is changing. But what's weird is we don't have the numbers now for what's happening in the current market because it's still happening.
Mm-hmm.
We'll report that back to you guys after Q3 ends, but just stay tuned for Q3. It's going to be a really interesting turn of events. But right now, right now we're showing an average days on market for single family homes for this second quarter. In 11 homes we're selling on average in 11 days.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, very fast. So not even 2 weeks on the market on average.
Mm-hmm.
And last year they were selling in 14 days. So we were in a pretty hot market last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this second quarter was even hotter than last year.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, in San Mateo County, we actually experienced the same thing. Last year, we the average days on market for Q2 2021 was 17 days on market.
Mm-hmm.
This year, we experienced a 23.53% drop. So now we're at 13 days of the average on market.
So these houses are selling fast and they are not cheap. So let's talk about price.
They aren't. I was going to say, let's go into it.
Okay, so for Santa Clara County single family homes that sold this second quarter, we had a median sales price of just above $1.8 million. What was it for you in San Mateo County, Selena?
In San Mateo County, we had around $2.1 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
So usually there's a bigger difference in the price between Santa Clara and San Mateo counties, but for the past few quarters, we've actually been seeing that gap narrow.
Mm-hmm. We have.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Selena, what were you showing for single family homes, median list price to sales price?
That's a good question, Jasmine. Thank you so much for asking. In San Mateo County, we were seeing homes sell on average 9% over the list price.
Okay, 9% over?
Yeah. What about Santa Clara County?
So we went 11% over list price on average in the second quarter.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot, and that's just really, it's just really crazy to know on average these things are selling 11% over or 9% over.
Yeah.
Because we just told you guys they're at the 1.8 and $2.1 million prices, so for them to be going over, that's a substantial amount.
Absolutely.
All right, and now let's talk about months supply of inventory. So,
and Jasmine, what is months supply of inventory?
That is a great question, Selena. Thank you for asking. So months supply is basically how long it takes for the current supply of inventory to sell. So if no new homes came onto the market, how long would it take for the existing homes to actually sell? So this is a really good indicator of when the market is changing. And so like I said, this data that we're sharing with you guys today is historical already, but we're very excited to see what happens in Q3.
We are.
But right now for Q2, what we were showing is it was just taking a little over a month. That was about 1.2 to 1.3 months of supply of inventory is what we were experiencing. In most parts of the country, do you know what the average time is?
I don't off the top of my head. What is it?
It's like 3 months.
Okay.
So it's still a pretty fast market, but
It is.
we'll see how it changes over the next quarter.
Absolutely. And for those that had tuned into our Q1 report, you noticed that the month supply was less than a month before. So we're starting to see more inventory sit a little bit longer.
Yep.
In San Mateo County, speaking of which, we actually had 1.5 months supply of inventory.
Okay.
So just a little bit more for single family homes than in Santa Clara County.
What about condos and townhomes?
That's a great question, Jasmine. what were the number of sales looking like in Santa Clara County?
Okay, so in Santa Clara County for Q2 condos and townhomes, we had 1,431 units sell, and that compares to last year 1,780. So we're down in number of sales, just like we were in the single family home market. We're down not as much though, just about 19.6%.
Okay, well, actually in San Mateo County, we're pretty close. Compared to this time last year, we're down about 18.82%, so about 19%. So similar trends in Santa Clara and San Mateo County.
How many sales were there compared to last year?
Last year, there were 540 during Q2. And then this year there was 440 units that sold.
Yeah, so less stuff selling.
Absolutely.
All right, number of new listings that came onto the market for these condos and townhomes in Santa Clara County. Last year we had just under 2,000 new homes come onto the market. This year we had 1,739. Okay. So that is also down by about 12%.
Oh, wow. All right. Okay.
What about for you?
In San Mateo County, we didn't experience as much of a drop. Okay. However, like we know, there's not quite as many condos and townhomes available in San Mateo County as there are in Santa Clara.
This is true.
So last year, this time, there was 607 condos and townhomes that had been listed. This year, around this time, 559. So that is almost an 8% drop.
Okay, 8%. So not as much as the 12% we saw in Santa Clara County. And average days on market. So these condos and townhomes in Santa Clara County last year for Q2 were selling in an average of 19 days on the market. This year, they were selling in an average of 11 days. So 8 days faster, which is 42% fewer days on the market.
In San Mateo County, this time last year, there were took an average of 22 days to sell a home. This year, it's 18 in Q2.
Okay.
So that is down 18.18%.
18.18%. I like that.
You want to get specific.
All right, so let's talk about prices for these condos and townhomes. So let's see really quickly. All right, these condos in Santa Clara County, the median sales price for these Q2 condos was just under $1,050,000. What about for you?
We're seeing about the same thing in
really?
San Mateo County, which is really crazy as we talked about closing the gap between the two counties.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So usually there's a bigger delta between the two counties in terms of the sales prices. What about the list to sales price ratio? What were you showing?
Great question.
I'll talk about Santa Clara County first really quickly because we were seeing a 10% list to sales price ratio. So these homes were going 10% over on average for condos and townhomes in Q2 of this year.
San Mateo County's catching up there. It's 9% over the list price.
Okay.
So it's similar. It's very similar.
Very similar, yeah. And then let's talk about months supply of inventory again.
Okay.
So for these condos and townhomes, yep, I'm showing a little over a month again. That's how long it's taking for the current inventory to sell if no new homes came onto the market. What are you showing in San Mateo County?
San Mateo County is still taking about a month and a half to sell a condo and townhome in Q2.
All right. Well, spoiler alert, in Q3, it's going to be over 2 months.
It definitely will.
All right. So that's all the stats that we've got for you guys for right now.
If you guys are looking for specific stats for your city, or if you want some more quarterly stats that we have for counties that we haven't provided you, please feel free to reach out to Jasmine or I to get those stats. We'll send them out to you as soon as possible. Yep,
we get quarterly market data and we want to give it to you guys so you can make smart financial decisions with your biggest asset, right?
Absolutely.
Real estate. But anyway, thanks so much for watching and we'll see you next quarter. Bye.